Right boys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to go through setting up tap strafing on Steam configs so that we can tap strafe our controller. First of all, we're going to go to settings, we're going to go to properties, we're going to put controller, we're going to put controller general settings. Click whichever one of these boxes relates to you. If you're on PlayStation controller, click PlayStation. If you're on Xbox controller, click Xbox. You'll know you've done it correctly because this will pop up at the bottom. You'll most likely have to restart Steam and your PC, however, it's a quick fix. Once you've done all that, go over to controller configuration. We then, if this is a blank page, we're going to click left stick move. On left stick move, you'll see these options here. In your top right, mode shifting will say nothing on it, it'll be blank, so we'll click that. We'll then go to style of input, and we're going to change it to directional pad. It should be on none. However, we'll go to directional input and we'll click that. Once we've clicked directional pad, we're going to make sure our overlap region is on 0.75. We're then going to go to our top key, and on each of these keys we're going to put W, A, S and D. This allows us to tap strafe in any direction using our joystick click. What we want to do for every single one of these is click on it. So for forward, we'll bind it to W. Once bound to W, we'll put interruptible off. We'll turn turbo repeat on and repeat rate to the max, keeping it on regular press. Repeat these for every single one. Once completed the S binding, click add activator and we're going to set one up so that we can still change our sight zooms by simply pulling back on the left stick and clicking it. This is done by clicking add activator, going down to binding, clicking left stick click, and that is it. Don't touch any of these, leave as it is. Right, now you're pretty much 99% of the way there. Just make sure on your mode shift button you have it on joystick click. This means that it will register these inputs when joystick is clicked. So we go back, and now this should be what our main face for our inputs should look like. Very quickly we're going to go through how tap strafing works. If you're struggling to understand what I'm saying it, if you look at the bottom right to the UI, you can kind of get a graph then by the way that moves, as seen here. So the simple way to put it is that on this, all we're going to do is as we move, if I want to tap strafe left, I'm going to look left, I move my right stick up and press down. That is the easy way, like this. And simply moving with the left stick forward, sliding, jumping, looking right, and then while pushing forward, clicking as I go in the air. We can also do backwards, like this, by just doing a C curve, something known as a C stroke. We can also tap strafe, or super gliding. If you want a more in-depth video on how tap strafing works and how to implement tap strafing, leave a like and a follow. If you want a more in-depth video on how to tap strafe, how it works and how to implement it in your game, just let me know by dropping a like, giving a follow and comment. If you want a video on how to tap strafe our controller and how to implement it, just let me know.
If I'ma fall apart, this my part, right? And I don't need any more love, that's a lost fight. She gon' turn and look at me, what's the cost like? Told her baby break my
Well, gameplay settings. Compact to interact prompt style. This means that when I go to pick something up, it isn't just covering my whole screen with the fact it's a grey stabilizer. I can actually see further on. Button hints on or off, it's up to you. I have mine on, doesn't really affect me too much. Requested damage feedback off, damage numbers stacking, ping opacity faded, obituaries on, minimap rotation on, weapon auto cycle on empty, I have that off as I like to have complete control of what I'm doing. Auto sprint, have that on, this helps with movement and also saves you a lot of time clicking your left stick. It also means we can tap strafe. Double tap off, jetpack control we hold because that means Valkyrie can spam and use it a lot more effectively than if she was to have it on toggle. Incoming damage feedback, I have mine on both. I don't really notice the difference with them. Taking damage, this is a huge one. Make sure this is off. Last thing you want to be doing is going for an armor swap, getting shot at the back and getting forced out of that crafting box or crafting menu, or a death box in general. Pop up on. Streamer mode off, and everything else is really up to you. Reticle, that's personal choice. I currently have white it works for me. Find what you like and keep playing around with it. Colour blind mode, I had this on Tritonopia. I do have NVIDIA game filters on, however I've left it on this and it just makes the game look a lot more vibrant, easy to see enemies and all things like that, and the rest is really up to you. Alright, controller settings, button layout, this is what I've been running. I've been running this since I've started playing Apex. This allows me to keep both my thumbs on the left and right stick and perform every action I need to. Stick layout, default, interact reload button, tap to use and reload, crouch button hold, aim button hold, survival slot off, trigger dead zones none, and this is my menu cursor speed. Movement dead zone small, wanna be quick boys, inverted lock off, vibrations off, and the ALCs I've recently changed to 3% dead zone, out threshold on 1, response curve on 0, property settings, yaw speed 500, pitch speed 250, ADS yaw speed 130 and ADS pitch speed 100. I've been messing about with the extra yaw and pitch on 30, however I haven't really come to anything yet, so we're going with this. And then of course aim assist on because controller. Now this section is mainly for the PC players out there, so if you're on console I'm very sorry, but that is the best I can give you for now. So display mode full screen, aspect ratio up to you, I'll play stretched, resolution, if you can run high, if not I'd recommend a lower resolution, more frames, easy business. Brightness, I'll play at 60, FOV I actually play at 120 using a config file. FOV ability scaling, make sure that's disabled, it meshes you up when you play things like Bloodhound or Octane, as their abilities even further out your FOV and can mess up your muscle memory for your aim. Sprint view shake minimal, V-Sync disabled, NVIDIA reflex enabled and boost. You want everything here on absolutely the lowest by your text streaming budget. This means max frames and max smoothness in the game. Audio settings is what I'm running with. I don't really mess around too much with these, as long as I can hear footsteps that's all I care about. And then I normally turn this off.